Good morning, everyone. This morning, education is going to be a little bit different because today, on this Tuesday, we have in the salon two things happening. We have education training for all of our educators. So we sat down for the first hour and a half and did a little bit of recap of what's been working, what's not working. I always think that's really important to make sure that you constantly are looking and evaluating each thing. What's going on in the salon, how effective it is. So today what we talked about was really like we have education for all of our new hires, and we really sat down and talked about like what is actually working with our education department and with our education. What's the purpose of it? So we went through and talked about what the purpose of education is, and we decided purpose of education in a salon has a multitude of things. First thing that it is we want to be able to create consistency. We want to be able to create consistency for our clients so that they're getting the correct experience throughout their whole experience in the salon, that they're getting the same thing that we want to make sure that everybody gets. We also want to make sure that we're creating quality so that everything that walks out and all the clients have the same quality of services done and the same kind of consistency. Again, consistency so that if my client comes in, client who usually sees me, but I happen to be out for whatever reason, they can go over to another stylist and be able to create the same experience and have the same type of service done. I think those are the important things of education in a company. The other thing that we want to really focus on with education is we wanted to talk about culture. Making sure that our culture and our core values of our company are all the same so that it's consistent throughout. For us, our culture is really based on some core values and some simple core values. Our core values is teamwork, family. It's about quality, consistency. It's about working with the community. And it's really about just being part of a giant team that's really to help everybody out and just kind of like really consist of being consistent. So some of the things that we're working on, we went through and we talked about like how our training works. We have training every Sunday morning, and our training on Sunday mornings consists of first at 10 o'clock when everybody comes in. They arrive early, they prep and get ready. 10:05 we set up and we start a demo. We do a little demo. It's not a full haircut demo, it's a demo of what their homework was that they were given a week to study on. They have a video to watch. They have to, like, from that video, diagram what they're going to do, then bring in a model on that Sunday, and then do that. So each Sunday morning at 10:05, we go through and we do our demo. And we talk about what our focus is going to be for that week and that day. And then they execute it by going through and working with all of their educator. And the educator then works and helps them guide all of their step-by-step, making sure they're using the proper body position. But really the key thing is it's not just about technical work, it's really about the culture piece. It's like, are they helping each other out if they're done early? Are they talking about what products they're using with their guests and teaching their clients on how to duplicate these looks at home? Are they actually like following all the little systems and hidden systems that we have as a team? Are they making sure that they're like retailing and rebooking their client? Those are the key things that we want to be able to get out, that consistency of that same experience throughout the whole service. So every Sunday, our education team really is there to guide them through this process. At the end of the day, we do a little recap. A little recap, and then what they do is all of our trainees, everybody that's our rising star, then jumps in, and then they take clients. And they're working on clients all day long. The rest of the day, they work on clients from 12 until 6, every day, every Sunday. And what happens is that educator then just hangs out and becomes their assistant and assists with them throughout the whole day. Like, get their hands in their hair, they're holding hair, they're teaching them teamwork, they're teaching them how to work together, they're teaching them how to like work as a team, they're working on closing out their sales. And that we really want to make sure that, again, they stay as just consistent as the student does, because it's the only way to really make sure that you're creating that culture. So what we're doing right now today, I'm going to just demo it a little bit. We have a couple of things going on. So now we have one teacher training another teacher, and it's OBE style, and we're recording it so we can watch. We have Brent and Tori over here working. Brent is demonstrating and working on blow drying and how to teach your client on how to really style their hair, but also what products they're using and why they're using it. So Brent is working on that. Tori's helping and guiding and coaching. So they work as a team. And I think that's really important to be able to do that. The salon is also going to be open any minute. We got Maddie over here getting all set up. Now we're going to go find our next part of our class of our education team, because they're doing something else. And they're back here, I do believe, in the wash house. I think. Nope, they're not in the wash house. So they must be in the employee only room. Here we go, the back room. We're going to go in. Oh, look, it's Madison.
Blue facial towels go in this one. I like things neat and separated. Please keep them separated.
There we go. Megan is teaching how and where everything is going, and she's sharing like where the towels go, what towels go where, how to wash them, how to do laundry. Madison is our new employee. She's recording this and making sure that she remembers everything. You can see throughout our back room, everything is about education, like how all of our color swatching went with our colors, how to place placement, make sure that we do everything. So again, train the trainers is the best way to do it, and by training, we have everybody like sharing and training each other. Bye. Have fun, guys. So you can see education is really important, and I think that's part of our core values, to constantly be pushing ourselves and learning. So the only way to really learn isn't to always like see a demo, just watch other people, watch videos. It's about getting involved. It's about actually like being part of something, and it's about taking it to the next level and really kind of working with it. So just as we have like you saw Brent and Tori working, we have educators that are training each other, peers to peer. We have Megan, who's in charge of our education department, training our new hire, Madison, on where everything goes. And we want to make sure that I know exactly what the system is and how to make sure it works. Because if we as a company, and myself as a business owner, am not consistent, then everything goes bad. So we want to stay consistent. You'll hear that word all the time. It's about consistency. It's consistency on like where the salon is. It's consistent about with the quality that you put out with the customer. It's the consistency of the experience. It's the consistency of talking about products and education. It's about being the best that you possibly can all the time. Hey, Maddie, wise words? Wise words for the masses, all about education. So how has education helped you?
Well, it's helped me a lot. You know, it's helped me learn skills to maintain a great clientele, hone my skills, get technically better.
How long have you worked here?
I'm on my 14th year.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
It's pretty cool. You were in school, and we did our first initial training where?
in the basement.
In the dungeon. It was in the old salon that had a basement. It was like a dungeon. It was scary. How long did we stay in there? How long did we train in there to get you started?
Straight through, probably.
I think it was a little over a month and a half.
Something like that.
Every day we kind of rushed to get everything booked in and really kind of get it all set up. And I think it's really important to like focus on that. So since then, since you've had your training, what have you done in your career?
Oh gosh. Yeah, 14th year here. I've done platform work with the salon before, done some events, got to go to a lot of hair shows as a participant and also an educator. I've educated for the salon here, helped train in new hires, build my clientele, have a lot of fun.
Yeah, Maddie's one of our busiest stylists. He does an amazing job. Talk about consistency. This is one of the guys who's super consistent. And being consistent is what makes you successful. Would you agree?
Correct, yes. Consistency and learning
Yeah.
and giving your clients a great experience.
Yeah, it's what it's all about.
Yeah,
Cool.
totally.
Thanks. You know, it's really about, to be a great stylist, it's really, there's a lot to it. And some of the things that it takes is really, it's like being really truthful and honest to yourself all the time. You have to be able to like really hold yourself accountable. And that's one of the things that, like with Maddie and like with Brent and Tori and Megan, these are people who like really hold themselves accountable to their own standards. So like if they want to be really busy, they know to be really busy, they have to do what they have to do. And here's some of the things they have to do. They look at their numbers. They watch really carefully, like, how busy am I? How many new guests am I bringing in? Am I bringing in at least 5 new guests per week? They want to make sure that they're being consistent throughout their service and that they rebook those clients before they leave, because they know that if they rebook those clients before they leave, that they're going to make sure that they come back. Maddie has his like retention rate is in the 90s, and it took him a while to get there, 14 years. But it's like, that's what it takes to become successful, is to be consistent for 14 years. Brent's been with us 13 years. This guy is amazing. He's just like so busy, and he's just like on top of it, and he's always working with an assistant and training with one. His goal is to work with 2 or 3 assistants. We want to be able to get him to there. That's my job, is to help him understand how to do that and how to achieve it. So you got to be consistent with being driven and being focused on what are your numbers? How am I going to get there? What am I going to be able to do to get to that point? Am I selling retail? And you got to look at this every single day, not just once a quarter, once every couple of weeks. You got to look at it every single day to make sure that you get to these points. And then only you can hold yourself responsible to that. As a salon owner, I can give you the tools and I can give you the training to be able to be successful, but I can't make you successful. Only you can do that. Each person has to be able to do that. So our training today is a little bit more focused on inside training, really working with each person and each individual. And what's great about education and being involved in education is when you are involved in education, guess what? You push yourself harder and you start to hold yourself accountable. And by doing that, you become a better stylist behind the chair. So I encourage everybody to get involved in that education, get involved in being successful, and making sure that you get out and get involved. If you're just doing things for yourself, it's not really going to help everybody else. So we want to really make sure that we're all working on that. So here we go back.
Stand on my girl so she stops falling over.
It's not good to stand on people.
And then, so we treated this the same way as that other side to give us a little bit of movement volume. And then we're going to let her cool like that. Next section, same kind of thing. Vertical.
All right, guys. I'm going to say sign off for the day. Education, I got to keep working with these guys. We're going to keep focusing on, hopefully you got a little bit out of what I was just talking about and you enjoy how we do our education in the salon. And you got to see a little bit of our salon as I'm wandering around, hopefully in the little background. If you ever want to, we've got tons of education happening all the time in the salon. Go to moxiesalon.com. Check out our Advanced Academy. Our next class is in November 18th. It's on balayage, it's on hair painting, it's on paneling, and kind of how they all work together and how to like really focus on what's important for your client. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys next week. Next week we'll be doing some clients again. Take care.